Okay, the next thing we're going to do is find the distance between two parallel lines. And if I look at this up here, all of these distances, AB, CD, EF, and GH, those are all equal to each other. So it doesn't matter where you're at, just as long as you are perpendicular between both parallel lines. Okay, and we're going to have some steps, just like what we had early on. Step one is you need to pick a line and then find the equation that is perpendicular to it. Step two, we're going to find the intersection between that perpendicular line from step one and the line that you did not use in the first step. Once you find that point, you're going to use that point and the point you used in step one to find the distance. Okay, so I'll show you what this looks like in terms of an example. I have our steps written down again. Okay, so it says find the distance between the parallel lines R and S, whose equations are y equals negative 3x minus 5 and y equals negative 3x plus 6, respectively. Okay, so we're going to pick an equation here, and it does not matter which one you pick to start with. I'm going to say let's just start with the second one. So I'm going to write them down so I know that I've used them. Y equals negative 3x plus 6. And I want to write an equation that is perpendicular to that. Okay, well, I'm going to need a point and I'm going to need a slope in order to do this. Okay, well, I know one of the points on this line is going to be 0, 6. I'm choosing the y-intercept. I can pick any point on that line, but I know 0, 6 is on that line based on my slope-intercept form. Okay, now I need a slope. And I'm going to put a star next to this because this is one of the points that I'm going to need in order to find the distance. Okay, next I need to find a slope. And that's going to be perpendicular to the slope of this line. So my perpendicular slope that I'm going to use or need is going to be 1/3, opposite reciprocal of the slope that was given to me. And now I'm going to write an equation using my slope and the point that they gave me. Well, 0, 6 is technically the y-intercept, and I was given a slope. So I'm going to go straight to this form so I know I don't make any mistakes simplifying. I know my slope, which is 1/3, and I know my y-intercept of 6. And now I'm going to use that equation and the line that I did not use. So I've already used this one. I'm going to scratch them out so I know I don't use them again. I'm going to use my other line and my new line to solve system of equations. So I'm going to take my y equals 1/3 x plus 6, and my other line, y equals negative 3x minus 5. You can see that from up there. I'm using this one as well. Okay, and then I'm going to solve a system of equations again. Well, since they both equal y, I'm going to go ahead and set their right sides equal to each other, just like what I did before. So I'm going to have 1/3 x plus 6 equal to a negative 3x minus 5. And then we'll go ahead and simplify this. Okay, so I'm going to add 3x to both sides. When I add 3x, that's going to give me 3 1/3 x equal to negative 11. I'm subtracting 6 from both sides to get that negative 11. And then finally, I'm going to have to divide. Looks like I'm going to get some decimals here when I do this, which will be okay. It'll be a rounding a little bit, and that'll be fine. When I divide this, I'm going to get x equals negative 3.3-ish. So there's my x value on my point. Now I have to plug that into one of the equations, one of these equations, because I know y equals that. So I'm going to take probably this bottom one. I'm going to say negative 3 times my negative 3.3 minus 5 to get me my y value. So my x value was negative 3.3. When I plug that in, my y value is going to come out as 4.9. Okay, and then I'm going to use that point and the point from up above that I starred for my distance formula in step 3. So in step 3, I'm going to use that distance formula, big square root, x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. I'm using the point 0, 6, and I'm using the point negative 3.3 and 4.9. And here we go. So I've got big square root, x sub 2, let's go negative 3.3 minus 0 squared plus my 4.9 minus 6 squared. When I simplify all of this, your calculator will do it right for you. I'm just going to get you the value right away. That's going to be a square root of about 12.1, and again, you can plug that into your calculator if you certainly like. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it as is. That's a perfectly good distance for me. That way we don't make any more mistakes. We've already had to do a lot of work as it is. So just keep your answer as square root of 12.1, and that's going to be the distance between your two parallel lines.